Yes, it is very concerning to see what's happening around the Klang Valley, in spite, of course, of the festive cheer that happens during this year-end season where everyone's getting ready for year-end sales and Christmas and the New Year's. But now we have to truly band together as a country, I think, and really help those that need some form of aid, because if you are celebrating Christmas, you know it's all in the giving. So please do give. A lot of people are going to need that, especially now.
Really, really mixed feelings, because we are reaching the end of the year and then this happens.
Right.
It really makes us think about how fragile things can be. I mean, things can disappear and appear in 1 second. Dangers are everywhere. We just have to be careful. And now the flood is here. It's easy to say just be positive. Just look at the bright side, but I'm sure a lot of families are greatly affected. But that's okay. We ask you to just hang in there and hold on, and I hope you get the help that you need.
All right. Let's change the mood a little bit, because we're going to talk about sweet things. So I'm going to start by asking you, Nabil, where does your hair start and your eyebrows begin?
Oh, somewhere here. Somewhere here. There is a fine line. If you want to zoom in, you can. But it's somewhere here, to answer your question, Terrence. I wonder, why did you ask that?
Just to change the mood, because, you know, we don't want to start talking about your favorite cookies on a very somber note. So let's get into that. We have, of course, a guest who is Nabil's favorite.
Yes, we'll be speaking to LYDIA CHOO, who is the founder of Sugariffic, because she has been making tons of Christmas meringue cookies. We would like to invite her via Skype onto the studio. Are you there, LYDIA CHOO? Hi, LYDIA.
Hi, Terrence. Hi, Nabil.
Hi, LYDIA. So you make his favorite cookies. So I'll let him do more of the talking, because these are his favorite cookies.
All right.
Yay,
So my first question would be, what would be your favorite festive cookie, LYDIA?
My favorite festive cookie?
Yes.
Definitely meringue cookies.
Oh boy, you guys, what is this, like a Bluetooth connection
Mini
kind of thing
love
going on
to
here?
you from me. I wonder why, LYDIA. Is there any reason behind that?
Actually, I think the most special part about meringue cookies is the texture, because mainly for most of the desserts that we're familiar of, like most cookies or cakes or brownies, their texture are more towards the rich and dense side. But for meringue cookies, it's actually crunchy, and in the inside, it's actually very light and airy. So there's always space for more meringue cookie, no matter how full you are after a meal.
Wow, talk about the ultimate cheat code when it comes to cookies. Like, it enables you to have more. So let's just go into, well, without giving too much of your secrets away, the recipe for the perfect meringue cookies. He's going to be taking notes.
Yep.
Let's get into it.
Okay, actually, the ingredients is really simple. You just need two things. One is egg white, and the other is sugar. So that's all you need.
What, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Obviously, we are not bakers.
Please, we're listening. Carry on. What else do you do with the egg and the sugar?
So actually, you just beat it. Actually, the key point to making a good meringue is the beating part, is the whipping part. So you just beat the egg and sugar, mix them together, and you have to beat it to a stiff point. But how do you define that stiff point is the trick question to it.
So that's your secret. Okay, we won't get into that. That's your secret. So you whip the egg and the sugar.
Whip the egg and the sugar. I have definitely that in my phone right now, LYDIA. Thank you so much. I can now sell meringue cookies.
You can sell the batter, but you don't know what to do with it now.
I'll just eat it myself now.
After you finish beating the thing. Now, what do you do next after you've done with that process? Because I think there's more to it. What do you do? Do you bake it? Do you steam it? Because I'm clueless when it comes to baking cookies.
Actually, there's two options you can do. You can either just bake it in an oven, or you may use a dehydrator to dry it up. Which is my favorite choice, using a dehydrator, because it might take longer, but the meringue cookies will come out shinier. Yeah, so you get a glossy effect to it.
I like these tiny details because it shows that she knows her stuff, because it's the small things that make the difference. I wonder, LYDIA, how long have you been baking?
I actually only started baking during MCO. Yes, so I think it's about 1 year. 1 year, yeah. I only started 1 year, but I've been through a lot of failure to get here. Yeah.
Wow. So all that detail is actually done with the same meringue batter?
Yes, it's actually done with the same meringue batter. You just have to separate it, and you just have to add in different colors to get. Yeah.
Nice, beautiful. I think you need some kind of artistic talent to be able to do that, because someone like me is completely lost as to how quickly that is being put on paper, so to speak. But dehydrating the cookies, does it take away anything from the flavor though?
No, it doesn't actually. Dehydrating it just like it dries it up, so it becomes crunchy. It's actually crunchy on the outside, and the inside you get a slight chewy, airy texture. So it's actually quite refreshing.
What's that? Oh, sorry, that's your stomach.
That was my stomach. It sounds so good. I have to go and fly to Cebu, Sarawak right now after this, probably after the show. But
I'm
Lydia,
waiting for you.
thank you. Lydia, just now we saw some of your cookies. They are very, very beautiful. They are decorated very nicely. I wonder if that is one of the other things that make Sugariffic different from the others. What sets you apart, Lydia?
Sorry,
What sets you apart?
Oh, what sets me? I think it's mainly the character meringues, because as we know, meringues are usually, you're just familiar with the meringue kisses, as in, just droplets of meringues. Whereas I try my best to come up with different characters for each festive season, or even if each gift sets and everything. I try to make them as different as possible.
Right.
But if you make them too good, we feel so, sayang to eat them.
I know. That is true.
It's so beautiful. I mean, your cookies look
Thank
really,
you.
really beautiful. Can you share with us where people can find you on Instagram or Facebook or any of your social media platforms that people can go to get more access to you and your cookies?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I have an Instagram account. It's Sugariffic. You can just find it there. And that's where I post most of my baking creations. Yeah.
It's weird that I am kind of in the same situation as you, Lydia, because I started cooking during the MCO too. So believe it or not, I'm not a cook yet, but I can follow recipes definitely.
Wow.
I make a really good mee goreng. But that's why I found my passion, Lydia, during the MCO. I started cooking. I'm like, this is really fun. I wonder, is baking your passion? And if it is, then what is so fun about it to you?
Yes, it is my passion actually. But like you said, I only found it during MCO. So I guess MCO is a good moment to find our passion and our talent. Actually, I think it's very therapeutic. It actually distresses a lot. So like when I'm baking, I forget all about my stress and worries. I just bake and bake and bake, and by the time you know it, like it's time to go to bed. You just sleep and you can forget about everything else.
Time flies. That's good.
Yeah.
Because it means that you're having fun.
Yes, I am. It's really fun. I actually enjoy the process a lot. Yeah.
What are some of your proudest creations? The meringue cookie that you kind of love the most?
The ones I love the most, I guess, is the Christmas wreath, the one with the nutcracker. The nutcracker. That one, because that took me more than 10 hours to complete it.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
10 hours.
So that has to be my favorite. Yeah.
Now I know why that is your favorite, because you spent like 10 hours on it. That's a really long time.
Nabil, I wonder what would happen if you spend 10 hours on mee goreng.
Oh, it will be the best mee goreng ever. Probably better than Gordon Ramsay. Do you have any other types of desserts in your menu at Sugariffic, Lydia? Or is it only lemon meringue cookies?
It's only meringue cookies actually. It's just meringue cookie, but I try to make a twist to it. Like I actually add on cheese crackers or pretzels to it to give it like a combination of sweet and savory. Yeah.
So are you doing all this to get on your own right now?
Yes, I'm doing it on my own because it's actually just a part-time hobby for me. Yes.
Wow.
So yeah, because I'm actually I'm a pharmacist actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
pharmacist who
Yeah.
turns baker.
Yes.
What part of the process do you like the most? Because I see that obviously you know your stuff about baking, but there is that decorating part as well, and they look very, very intricate because I saw some Pokemons there. Do you take customized orders? And in the whole process, what is your favorite process?
My favorite process has to be the piping process, that is creating each unique characters. And I actually try not to repeat the same character over again. So let's say, for example, if somebody requests for Pokemon, let's say Pikachu, one specific character, I'll try to come up with different designs each batch. Because I just like experimenting with new designs, new structure.
So you do take customized orders?
Yes, I do.
Is
I
there
do.
in your years of operation, what is the weirdest order you have ever received? The one that makes your eyebrows go up?
My weirdest orders. Yes, I actually received this order to make like life-like lizards.
Like desserts?
Yes,
Like-
lizards is like they want the meringues to look like real lizards.
Real lizards?
Yes,
Really?
it's actually a prank for their friend.
That's a good prank. That's a good
So
prank.
I was like cringing while I was typing because it's like, I'm quite afraid of lizards myself.
Oh wow. Okay, well, I know what to get you for
Oh.
your birthday.
Oh, please, no, don't. Please.
I get you to eat your fear, you know.
Oh
It's
no!
like
Well, I'm
lifestyle.
okay with lizards, but if they
Okay.
come in cockroaches shape,
Thank you very much. Just trying to get you to say that. So.
Okay.
So we got an order on Nabil's birthday coming your way, Lydia, for life-like meringue cookie cockroach.
Just because of you, Lydia, I'll eat it until the last bite. Just because of you.
So the meringue cookies are definitely your signature. In the future, now that you have gained some notoriety, do you plan to add on to that menu beyond the pretzels and the savory stuff that you spoke about? Are you going to expand your repertoire?
Yes, I would love to actually. I'm actually still experimenting with new recipes, but it's just at the experimental stage. So I hope I can release them soon. It's gonna be pretty interesting because I'm trying to add like spiciness to it.
We're
Yes,
looking
but
forward
I'm
to
just
it.
hoping like there'll be more varieties for everyone because everyone has different preference, right?
So-
All right, Lydia. I
Yeah.
just want to.
Yes.
I just want to know if this business takes off, and then for some reason Sugariffic is well known in Malaysia. Would you leave your pharmaceutical job for it?
That's a tough question.
Because your boss is watching right now. We understand. We totally understand. You don't have to answer that right now. But here's another one for you. Would you be open to a meringue cookie mee goreng combo or not?
Yes, definitely.
There you go. See, that one
Without a
works.
doubt.
All right.
So let's plug you in right here. Where do people go once again to get access to your cookies, your recipes, and your creations this festive season? Your social media platforms, please.
Feel free to check out my Instagram page, Sugariffic, and that's where I post everything. And you can feel free to DM me if there's any question you would like to know or you would like to place an order. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lydia. That's very nice of you to join us here on a Sunday morning. It is really comfy weather here in Kuala Lumpur. I hope you guys are doing great after your elections. I won't ask you if you're happy with the results or not. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Lydia.
Bye.